Welcome back to Tia's Coloring Chronicles. And you guys know that saying, no sleep for the wicked? Well, I must be wicked because there's no sleep for me, and it is, I don't know, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around that zone. So I thought I'd go ahead and just shoot a video that I've been meaning to shoot for a while, which is my completed coloring book pages. Now these are in no particular order. I'm not going to hide anything. Some of these are really are work from back when I was a beginner. I'm not going to call them bad because the whole thing is a learning process. So your beginning pages that I did 2 years ago obviously are not going to look as good as pages I did last week. Or the one I finished tonight even, but that doesn't mean they're bad, because for the time and my skill level, I think they're actually pretty good. Most of them are dated, so we'll be able to tell when exactly I colored them. I think a few of them aren't. And they're, like I said, they're all scattered without and stuff. Again, I'm not going to be showing you all of my completed pages in this video. Because of time restraints on my camera and stuff like that. So if you're wicked like me and not sleeping, then hope you enjoy this video. Maybe my voice and all this can help you go to sleep, because I know there's a few people on YouTube that I can listen to, and while I find them entertaining, just the sound of their voice playing in the background helps soothe me and lulls me to sleep. I can't really do that tonight though, because my son is sleeping in bed with us because he wasn't feeling well, and we wanted to make sure that we wanted to monitor him. He had kind of a spike in his temperature earlier this evening. I was kind of worried about it, but I took it probably about 45 minutes ago, and he was back down into the normal ranges. So he seems to have gotten over whatever was causing it. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. I have to get ready for school and go to class. I have to be about 45 minutes away by 6. No, sorry, not 6. I am very tired. I should maybe not film videos. I ramble. Sorry for the rambling. It's probably going to happen a lot. But I have to be about 45 minutes away at 8 a.m. So I figure if I actually slept, I'm only going to get like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, maybe 3 if I push it. By the time I get up, take my shower, drive up there and stuff, that it just wasn't worth it. I work, as I said, I'm in school, which is day shift, of course, and then I work thirds 2 nights a week, so about the time my body adjusts to third shift, I slam it into first shift. By the time it adjusts to first shift, I slam it back into thirds. So the first day I have to go back to first is always kind of messed up sleeping wise, and the first day I have to go back to thirds is always kind of messed up sleeping wise. And sometimes during the week my body's just like, nope, I don't know what you want me to do, so we're just going to be super exhausted and sleep when we shouldn't, or you're just not going to sleep for a while. But anyway, those are my woes at the moment. But let's get into this, shall we? So I did earmark some of them. I think actually this is where I stopped. I'm not sure. This one. So this is, and this one is not dated. I can tell you this was done when I was in my first program in the school. So that was probably 2015, so around 2015-ish. Let's see if I have any more done. I thought I did, but oh, yeah. And so I have, may your coffee be strong and your Monday be short. Yeah, this was 11/21/15. So the other one was probably done about the same time. And this one says love. I'm not sure I actually would consider this a finished page though. And, oh, look, there's my schedule for whatever was going on then. Let's see, what do I got? These are inspirational quotes. This is 5/31/17. Oh, that pulled off a whole bunch of ink. Did you see that? It doesn't matter. I don't like this page anyway. So we have that one. I like this one. This is going to pull off ink too. I know it. Yep. Dang. Well, there's a learning experience for me, huh? And this one was 7/31/17. I actually really like this one. This was just a really quick one I did. I think this is one of the books I took to school with me at some point. So they're not all great. This was just a quick one I did between classes. And I like this one. Wake up and smell the rain. I think she's cute. And I think I did this one with, there were these markers. Hold on, let me smell. Yeah, you can kind of still smell them. There's these markers that I got at Sam's Club that had like essential oils in them. And they kind of colored like crap, but they smelled really good. So, and that's what I happen to have. I think that's a whip. I'll tell you the truth about whips. Okay? If I've left a page and I started working on another page, I'm never coming back to that page probably. I'm just really bad about, I don't like having whips. I like to work on a page, and that's the only page I'm working on until it's done. If I've moved on, it's probably never getting finished. There's another one. I don't have a date on this one though. The best time for a new beginning is now. I do like him though. I like how he turned out with the fur. And I think that's it on this one. Color my sketchbook. I think I've mentioned I only have one done in this one, but she's a doozy. I love her. There she is. And this was 12/24/16, and I did her completely with eyeshadow, and I'm really impressed with her. I mean, but Grayscale makes it so easy to get like phenomenal results with such minimal work, and it looks like you spent hours on it. And honestly, I think I spent like, I probably did spend a couple hours on her, but not nearly as much as it looks like I did. Halloween coloring book. This was a real simple one. I did in 9/30/16. I was just starting, I think, to practice blending here and like highlights and stuff like that in this book, or around that time. Before that, it was pretty much block coloring. See, there's 9/30/16, and still today, sometimes I just want to color. I don't want to have to do a whole lot of technique and a whole lot of blending and shadowing and stuff like that. Sometimes I just want to color. I just want to block color. Okay, so this one will be interesting to look through because this one is the very first adult coloring thing that I actually got. And some of this is done with Crayola markers, and some of it's done with crayons. So let's see what we got. This one was done with crayons. Has no date in it. I don't think I was dating my work yet. And some of these I've done. This one was done with crayons. This one was markers. This was about the time I decided that I absolutely hated Super Tips. I've tried them a few times since. I still have them. But they just do not cooperate with me. So I don't know what the deal is. They just don't. I really like how this one turned out, and I was labeling my work by now because I think I came back to this one was last year. So this is 11/23/17, and I really like how he came out. That was colored pencils. This one, I have a date, I have a year, so that's 2015. This one is crayon, and this white stuff you see is actually my attempt at laying down some glitter pen in the background, but it did not. Oh, I have mail. Hold on. It did not work very well. And then I have snowmen in here somewhere. I know I do. Where'd they go? I love the snowmen. I did such a good job. Oh, hold on. I have this page. I missed a whole bunch of pages in this book. That was 2016. I really do like coloring for the seasons. I like coloring Christmas and Yule stuff. This one is a whip that I will never come back to. I like coloring Halloween stuff. There it is. See, I think he's pretty. So I really do like kind of coloring for the seasons and stuff like that. Especially like Christmas and Halloween. Especially Halloween. I really like Halloween, as most people have heard if you listen to my channel. Just a real simple fan. January 6th of 2017. I was trying to practice like my fading. Her. This is 4/22/16. I am so proud of her. This was for the long time what I considered my absolute 100% best work that I had done. And I still think she's gorgeous. So, I mean, I love that. I love her. I love how her fur came out with the little tints of pink. I love her eyes. I literally love everything about this one. This should be, oh, nope. This one was 5/19/16. She was just, I don't remember why I picked her, besides that she was cute. I want to say me and somebody was coloring together at the time. And then this one was 11/29/16. And then Medusa. And she was 2/26/16. Should I stop saying the dates? Maybe I will. You guys can read them. So, but it's also, I date it because it's nice to see the progression of my work. And she was the first one I did some experimental skin tones with, because she actually has a flesh tone down, and then I put a really light dusting of like a green on top of it. Just like a barely there dusting to kind of emphasize the snakes. So, and then I think, oh nope, I think I have pigs done in here too. Yep, there they are. She is, he is. And then I have a piggy done. And I did this one pretty recently. So, Free Spirit. I think this is the only one I have done in this book. This is done completely in gel pens. A lot of times I find gel pens frustrating because they cover such a little area. It seems like you're working a whole lot to get only a little bit done, and I find that very frustrating. Oh, maybe I do have another done. Hold on. Yep, there it is. Oh, I have this little heart done. And then that, I guess that's technically done, but I was just testing, like that's some watercolors, and I was just using this as a test page to see how things reacted to the paper. And then I just have this little kitchen done in here. And I think it turned out pretty good. Little sleeping kitty, little bunny rabbit, some Easter eggs up there. I'm just going to do a flip through. I thought I'd done one more. Maybe I just started it, though. No, I don't see anything. Oh, alright. Okay, now we're getting into some of my fancier books. This is Fairies in Wonderland. And this is the wings. And this is colored pencils and gel pens. And to be honest, I really don't like this paper very much. It didn't seem to... maybe I just need to work with it, but I just didn't like it very much. And then we have the ladybug. And I know I have one more in here because me and a friend have did a buddy color in here. I just have to find it. It was like, I colored it like a colored pencil even. It's in, oh, there it is. I even had it marked and I couldn't find it. Sleep deprivation is awesome. So, yep, did that one. Got Fairies in Dreamland. This time I'll pay attention where my tabs are. Okay, so I have struggled with backgrounds forever. This was an absolutely beautiful piece. I loved how it turned out. I loved the fairy. I loved the pillows. I loved the birds. I loved the light. And then I was like, let's add a background. And I got here. We're good. Got here. I still think we're all right. We go here. Okay, we're doing all right. Get up here. Doing okay. Then we add that and we're starting to have some trouble. Then we had that, and we're really in trouble. And my thought was I was going to go for like this Northern Lights, Aurora Borealis kind of thing going on, and it just kind of looks, well, you can see it. But, like I said, I still don't hate it. I still think that this was a learning process, and I did much better the next time I tried. So, yeah. But, like I said, I still don't hate it. It's a learning process. I did not add a background to this little fella. So, and this is gel pens and Prismas, I think. This is the last, is this the last buddy color I did with my friend? I don't remember. But I've done this one fairly recently. I really like, no, we did one after this. No, maybe. I don't know. I don't know anymore. But she's cute. And then, nope, this was the last one we did right here. Sometimes what I do is I take a Post-it note and if I am going to stop on a page and I don't have, because I have this little cup that I put my colored pencils in, but for some reason, like, if I had gone to a friend's house to color, or sometimes when we meet at like coffee houses, then I'll have to pack my pencils away. Then I'll write down like what color I used and put a little swatch by them. That way it's not a big mystery when I go try to find that yellow again. It's like, oh, there's that yellow. So, and this was done with the Color pencils. So, but I really like how this one turned out. I think that's all I got done in that one. Romantic Country. Actually, that might be the book at this point that I have the most done in. What do we have here? 3? We have 3 in this one. I have one work in progress that I will come back to, but I'm waiting for the right season. And I didn't write down my colors, so it's going to be kind of a pain. But I think I figured it out. So, this was the first page I did in this book. And I'm not... This is a learning page, so these are pastels. This is pencils. I think I would have, if I did this page again, I would have picked a different color for the house. But I don't think it turned out too bad. And then this one was, I want to say this was the first picture I did with my Prismas. And this is the first one that I really started to feel really confident. Well, no, I guess there's the swans that I'll get to here in a minute. But this one I felt started to actually get the hang of things as far as like blending the Prismacolors and blending colors together and doing some shadowing, because some of the shadowing was built in, but some of it I added myself. There are some rough patches, like the blues I picked don't exactly blend all the way through. The colors I used in the sky don't blend all the way through. However, if you compare this to the fairy sky, this is 100% better in my opinion. And I felt way more confident with this one when I was done. I was really proud of this. I am, there is no was, I am really proud of this picture. And then, oh, here we go. And then here we go with this one, and I really like how this one turned out too. So I would have done the bird different, I think, but I think it stands out a little too much in the colors. I was trying to go for like a blue tinted blackbird, and it did not happen that way. So I've just now started to really start layering, aside from just like doing like maybe that kind of thing on the bricks and stuff. But I don't think it turned out too bad either. And then I will show you, if I can find it, there's the keyword. And I do love this. This is my whip this is probably the one whip I probably will come back to, is this Halloween page right here, because I think it's adorable. So I don't know what happened, that I think maybe I started this on like October 30th, and then by the time I could come back to it, Halloween was over, and I was like, you know what, we're just going to move on. So that's what we did, but I plan on coming back to it this year. So hopefully that'll get done soon, because I really like that picture. It's really cute. Mythomorphia. Let's see. Here's my first one. This one was a buddy color with my brother and my dad, and I was going for kind of like a lava looking dragon. So that's where that idea with the red and black came from, is I was going for a lava look. I don't think it turned out too badly either. I'm not nearly as proud of this one as the other one that I did, but I still, in the grand scheme of things, really like him. And like I said, it's all a learning process. You learn what takes, what doesn't, what you could do different. So, oh, her. This is what I consider one of my masterpieces. I named her Thunder Hooves because I am so proud of her. So, I don't know if it'll pick up some of the glitter. If you hear somebody walking around, that's my husband. But this is also the first time I used stickles. So we have some glitter going, because every unicorn needs some glitter. And I am just really, really proud of how she turned out. Like, I really like her, what's that called? Bridal, maybe? And I really like how the flowers turned out and how her fur turned out. I'm just super proud of her. She turned out awesome. Chibi Girls Horror. I just am terrible at hitting this camera on you guys, aren't I? My goodness. So we have this little lady tearing up her doll, or stuffed animal. She was the first picture that I did in this book. Excuse me, I need to drink. And I like how this one turned out a lot too. And then I did this witch. And I really like how she turned out too. So, and I know I have a lot of white spots in my work, and to be honest, a lot of times that really just does not bother me. I know it bothers other people, and sometimes it bothers me, but it just didn't. It just doesn't, for whatever reason. Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. Now it's fine with this one. That's all I have done in that one. I think I only have one done in Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. Let's see what I got. Yep, I got the Toadstool Village going here. No stickles or nothing like that. Just some cute little toadstools going on. Imagimorphia. It has quite a few pages done. Now this first page I'm going to show you, I'm actually really proud of. It was done in, did I date this? Yeah, just in, I know, I can take the page out. Oh, what is that? 2016 maybe? 9/20/2016. This is the first one that I literally spent hours and hours and hours and days and days and days doing. And then I go to the bathroom and my son tore it out. And I was so upset because I'm not one of those people that takes pages out of the coloring book. They all stay in the coloring book. You color them in the coloring book. If you want better paper, you scan it or copy it. You do not remove the pages from the coloring book if you can help it. But oh, he did, and I was mad at him. And then I was like, okay, it's your fault. You shouldn't have left it on the couch. Should not have left it on the couch. So I talked myself down. But I really like how they came out. This one was done as a color along with my dad. And I like how they came out too. I bought my dad that Christmas. I bought my dad this, I want to say this book. Maybe I bought him this book. And then I bought him some coloring supplies and stuff like that. And then this was a color along with my dad. There really aren't a lot of masculine books out. And this artist tends to do really well catering more towards men and kind of less girly things than you find in a lot of the traditional coloring books. So, yep, that one was done with my dad. And my brother Drew. I think my brother Drew did this one too. And this one was done with my dad. So there you go. I like how this one came out too. That was gel pens and on this half and pencil on that half. Enchanted Forest. Okay, so I've covered the first thing I colored in this book was the cover. Okay, you guys getting ready to laugh at me? Because, like, I'm going to show you something and you're going to laugh. So, in most of my books, you will find envelopes or that have had mail sent to us or scrap pieces of paper, because I have a swatch book, but I really prefer to test as I'm doing it instead of having to look down my swatch thing. So a lot of my books have folded pieces of paper or envelopes that I can just quickly swatch on and move on. So that's what these are, swatch papers. So I did the title page. Okay, is this it? Yep, this is it. This is literally the I told you I really am bad at backgrounds, right? Like comically bad at backgrounds. So are you ready? This picture was great. Then I added a background. Bam! What was I thinking? Oh, I don't know if I thought it would like blend better or gradiate better. I don't know. This is rough though. This is rough. So we're moving on. This one isn't bad. I just kind of find it, I would have done, if I would have done this picture today, I would have done so much more with it. But for what it is, and it was done in, this was my first real adult coloring book. It had the really nice paper, and I would have done so much more with this had I done this today. But like I said, again, it's all a learning process, so we're not going to beat ourselves up about it. We're just going to enjoy the journey. Oh, I remember. I was trying to do this book in order. That's right. I was like, I'm going to do it front cover to back cover. That did not happen. I really like this. I had seen this thing on one of my Facebook groups where you did like this limited palette, like you pick some colors you thought would go together, and that's all the colors you used. So you picked out your colors and stayed with that. So I'd picked like some yellows and some purples and stuff like that. So I was actually really, I thought that was a fun little challenge to do. And then we have this one over here. We did the owl. I am not an owl person, but we did it anyway because it was next in line. And then we said, I'm going to do whatever I want. Oh, maybe I have quite a bit. Oh, yeah. I was really proud of this one too. I am really proud of this one because I really liked how I started out with the green. So we have this, we have like it just transitioning to kind of a fall wintry thing. And then I did some, is this eyeshadow or some hard pastels? Either way. No, this is eyeshadow. What's eyeshadow? So, and then I added the little blue background and tried to make it, I really liked how this one came out. There's a little wolf I did. Fox, not a wolf. Silly Tia. And then I don't think this one turned out too badly either. Oh, I did this one this year. Not too long ago, actually. Huh. And then I think that's it. And this, nope. Oh, I missed the raven. Which, there we go. Oh, did I miss one more? Yep, looks like I did. What did I miss? I've been thinking, oh, the frog. Yep, so we got the frog. We are already past 20 minutes where I like to keep my videos. But we're going to keep going because I'm going to get through this book and this book. Then we'll call it stops and I'll upload this and see what happens because a lot of times YouTube cuts me off if I go over 20 minutes. And if it does, I'll just refilm, I guess, because that's fun. I haven't figured out how to edit anything yet. Alright, so we have Joanna's Christmas. Where does it start? Is it right there? I'm stinking at this. There it is. Alright, so we have this reindeer, which I think it turned out okay. Let's see. Then we have the Christmas bulbs. Those were all, I think that's all done in gel pen. I think that's the only thing I use for these. Yeah, that's all gel pen. Then this heart. I really like how the heart turned out. I think it looks like kind of a little